Freshly gathered from the garden. Hi, welcome to another video. Today we're going to make this lush, beautiful garden-inspired arrangement in a gathering basket. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Katherine Bergman. I'm a florist with over 30 years experience in flower design, sharing with you my knowledge every week in all things flowers. So let's get started. So this is actually the basket I use to go out to pick flowers. It's a what I call my gathering basket. It's just sort of an open basket made from chicken wire. And what I did here is just line it with moss and put a green gripper bowl. A gripper bowl is a plastic bowl that grips a block of foam. And I'm just setting it in here. Because the bowl is green, it should just kind of be camouflaged with the moss. We're first just going to green in lightly with some of this really beautiful citronella plant that I have. I'm not sure if it's citronella or scented geranium, one of those. We're going to green very lightly because we've got a lot of flowers to fit in here today. But I cut a little bit of greenery so that we can cover the bowl tape and the gripper bowl, and then transition from the bowl to the basket. So this is just the new growth of fresh picked scented geranium that's growing in my garden. I chose it because it has that sort of violet center, and we're going to be using lots of lavender today. I thought it'd be a very pretty greenery to have to use. Now, for those of you who've been watching me for a while, you know what I tell you every week, that you don't need to green in very aggressively usually, because you can always go back and add some foliage if you need afterwards. And you want to make sure you reserve space in your foam for your flowers. Now, I cut just some branches of lavender. The lavender is blooming fully and gorgeous right now. And then that was my jumping off point. The lavender is gorgeous. I'm going to make sort of an airy, light, wildflower looking arrangement. And then I went out in the garden to see what roses are blooming. The yellow and lavender roses are blooming, and I thought that is a perfect palette with our lavender. So the lavender is going to be kind of the background, and we're going to use a lot of lavender. Now, if you cut the lavender where it's tender and green and try to put in the floral foam, it's not going to hold up. So what we're going to do is use it with the twiggy growth. So here's a bract of lavender, and we're going to put it in the foam with the twiggy growth. If you cut it like short like this, like if you just cut like a little piece like this off, it's not going to last very well in your foam. Okay, so you need it to be a little hardened off before you can use it. This is Spanish lavender, and it's the earlier blooming version than my English lavenders. The English lavenders are still not blooming, but pretty soon they've got buds on them. Okay, we're just going to use this all over and have a cascade outside of the basket. Kind of like an herbal looking, very wild and free looking arrangement. That's sort of the look I'm going for today. And I don't want it to sit too high, because when I do basket arrangements, I like the arrangement itself to sit sort of lower than the basket handle. So things are coming out from either sides, but you don't want something like really tall in the middle. So I'm cutting the lavender into shorter pieces, but making sure that I'm still getting some of that woody stem with each cut. Now, the Spanish lavender has beautiful colors. It's not as heavily scented as the English lavenders or the French lavenders, but they are more colorful and more substantial in an arrangement. So this is because they've got these little pretty purple bunny ears on there, right? So this is a wonderful lavender to use in flower arrangements. The other lavenders are gorgeous too, but they're a little less significant, the flowers. Okay. Now in California, lavender is like a landscape plant. We've got tons of it. Everybody has it in front of their house. And it's actually a crop plant. I'm looking for pieces that are not too long because I want to add some in the middle. So we added in our lavender and we kind of have the shape of the arrangement already. I wanted to kind of cascade over the sides and take advantage of that open, low, shape of the basket. Then for my focal point, I want to use these large, gorgeous garden roses in yellow. This is a rose I grow from David Austin called Golden Celebration. This is my favorite yellow rose. It's amazing. It blooms like a peony and it is heavily scented and disease resistant, easy to grow, and extreme long stems, just all around a star in the garden. So I'm going to use the yellow roses in the center of the arrangement to create a focal point. So we're going to cut it kind of short so that it fits under the handle of the basket, and we have this beautiful focal point here. Now, when you're using, kind of frilly materials like lavender or baby's breath or, I don't know what other little frilly like wax flower, things like that, it's always nice, in my estimation, to have a focal point so that you don't have a weedy, out of control looking arrangement. You want to have that juxtaposition between the wild and nice form flowers. Somewhere for the eye to rest and focus on. So focal points are really important in arrangements. So we're adding the yellow roses sort of in the middle. Then we'll go ahead and add a little bit, longer pieces to the side of the arrangement so that we can have some of that color. Okay. I think this yellow with the lavender is really beautiful because, within the lavender color, there's a lot of blue, and blue and yellow are complementary colors on opposite sides of the color wheel. So that's what we have right now. We already have a pretty nice arrangement, but we're going to add in some of these small lavender roses that I grow. This is a hedge rose called Lavender Simplicity, and it's bred by Jackson Perkins. And I've had this rose forever. I've lived in my home for 25 years, and so we landscaped new when we moved in. So my roses are pretty old. Most of the rose bushes are over 20 years old. And this is a beautiful little lavender rose that just blooms nonstop called Lavender Simplicity. I don't know if they grow it even anymore at Jackson Perkins. Now, those of you who've been watching me for a while know that I love my David Austin roses, and that's primarily what I grow. But I have a lot of other roses in my collection, and this is one of my favorites. Beautiful little lavender rose, non-stop bloomer, very easy and upright. See, this is a very easy arrangement, right? Once you have a design concept, it's actually super easy once you start designing. And I just want to make sure our arrangement looks balanced. It doesn't have to be perfectly symmetrical, just visually balanced. Oh, I have another yellow rose here. Oh, a big one. All right, let's add it over here. Look at that. Look at the beautiful buds. The buds are red tipped, just gorgeous. We finally have our garden roses back. So next few videos, you're going to see me use lots of roses from my garden. It's hard all winter not to have garden roses. I have to make do with things I buy, which, we have a lot of great selection here, but still, something about the roses you grow yourself. It's my favorite material to use. So I'm adding some roses that will come out in the center of the arrangement so that it's not flat at the center. Look at this, just buds, beautiful. I added the little spray of roses here, these little buds here, because we've got this kind of free flowing little piece of lavender here. So I added the little buds here. That's what I mean by visual balance. I don't have to add another piece of lavender exactly like it over here. If I add this little bud, it gives you that visual balance. And when you have visual balance and not perfect symmetry, your arrangements will look a lot more natural. I don't know how to explain it, just more natural, not so stiff and, like something that came out of a fridge in a florist. My goal is always to make things look lush and beautiful like it came out of your garden, right? And not from like a floral fridge. And I have some more of the little lavender roses in a spray form. It's almost like a little filler flower here. Okay, see how easy that came together when you have a plan? Now, I'm growing accent flowers right now. I have lots of roses, so I'm always looking for annuals or perennials that are lacy and white or small white accent flowers. And this is one that I've grown successfully called Orlea. It's almost like a Queen Anne's lace, but much smaller. And you grow it from seed. You only have to buy the seeds once because once they set seeds again, once you've planted, you'll self-sow or you could collect the seeds and plant it yourself. That's what I did last fall. In August and September, I collected the seeds from the Orlea and saved it, and I planted it I think in mid-February out where I am in California. So we're going to add a little bit of this lacy white flower, just have it kind of dancing above the arrangement. So yeah, I'm always on the lookout for pretty little accent flowers that are easy to grow. I have also Love and Mist, which is self-sowing. So every year I get more and more. So it's really nice. I only had to buy the seeds one time. You see how adding a little bit of this kind of gives it a little movement. It makes it look more free and natural. And the Orlea I love. I'm also growing Queen Anne's lace. I drive around and, next to the freeway, sometimes you see all this beautiful Queen Anne's lace. I'm not sure if it's Queen Anne's lace or some kind of something from the carrot family, but it seems to be very, very easy to grow, but I have not been very successful. It'll grow, but not prolifically, and so I'm still trying. And there are a lot of different kinds. Some are called Queen Anne's lace, but it's not real Queen Anne's lace. I don't really care what it is. I just want something that's sort of like, that looks like Queen Anne's lace. There's one called Green Mist that I buy from the flower market that lasts like 3 weeks. It looks like Queen Anne's lace, but the flowers don't bloom out as much. It stays sort of green and is gorgeous. Where should I add this? How about over here? A few of the Orlea I picked this morning didn't make it. I think it's too tender. Like the growth of the stems were not hardened off enough, so they kind of wilted. But we have enough here for our arrangement. I'm going to step back and edit myself, see if I am overloading it, if something needs to be changed, if I need to add something. Always kind of step back and kind of edit yourself. I think what I'll do is cut some more pieces of lavender and add it to the center of our arrangement. Just a few here and there in the middle. So we have that continuation of the lavender from the sides on into the middle of the arrangement. I also want to make sure I don't go too overboard because I like to see the handle of our basket. Okay, but just, a hint of it here and there so that it's not just all on the perimeter of the arrangement. Just stripping the foliage off of the lavender, that's going to go into the floral foam. So basically anything, under the waterline should not have any foliage. Okay. I think we're all done with the flowers. I think I'll add some ribbon to this. I have some pretty lavender colored ribbon. Instead of doing a bow on top, I think I'll do 2 bows on either sides of the basket at the base of the handle. I think that's a cute old-fashioned look. So I'm just going to make a couple of bows here. Nothing too big or crazy, just 2 dainty lavender bows to sit at the base of our handle. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and add some lavender ribbon with a bow at the base of the handle. That's what it looks like, finished. So we're all done. That was easy and everything was gathered from my garden. I hope you enjoyed the video and learned something today. For those of you who are new to my channel, please like and subscribe. Click the little bell to be notified when I put out a new video. And for my loyal viewers out there who watch every week, thank you. I love you guys. You know that. Leave me a comment and I will see you in my next video.